Hi Anti-Society, welcome back to the Antisocial Planet, and today we are checking out episode 11 of Summertime Rendering, where we left on quite a bit of a cliffhanger with the main trio of the last few episodes going into this like shadow nest thing where there were all of these shadows that are like babies but they're missing part of their head, and it's an image that has just kind of festered in my brain since I've seen it, but they were all being kind of swarmed by all of these shadows, and it's all under this clinic that So's family is connected to, and his father especially seems connected to, which is mysterious. We've seen like little things that are off with So's father throughout the episodes, and I did actually go down a bit of a rabbit hole of research for this statue that they saw because I don't know a ton about like the deities of Japan, and apparently in the creation story of Japan there are these two gods that have come together and they create all of the things that are part of Japan and things like that. And this Hiroko is like kind of a, I don't know, misconceived child of them. There was a mistake in the ritual and things like that, and it created this misformed god, and because of that was like put out on like to sea, like on a boat or something. I don't again know all of the details because obviously I am not Japanese and I did not grow up there, so I would love to hear more details about it, but it does make me think that like maybe this is like that story but on a smaller scale for this specific island, because we do have this mother character that we saw before. All the shadows just refer to this person as mother, so maybe that's part of it. Like the shadows are kind of like the Hiroko of the mythos of this island, and if so, if we have a mother, then where's like the father equivalent, right? Because even in the story of like the creation of Japan, there were two gods that are like the parents of Japan and all of the creation of it. So is there another god on the island then that is also part of the creation story and things? I don't know. These are just me speculating from like what little I can find about probably a very complicated cultural story. So that's kind of where my brain has been for the last little bit, but I definitely need to know what's going to happen in this cliffhanger of like what they're going to do. Shinpei is probably going to be okay. He'll like loop if he ends up dying in this, and that would mean that Soul would be okay too because he would be in whatever the new loop is. But we don't know what would happen to Shadow Ushio because we don't really know how her connection to this works. We're a little bit nervous about that part, so I really don't know what to think going into this episode except that I am already stressed, so that's probably good. Let's get into episode 11. In 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, do they know about the where all the shadows are then? Somehow. Ooh. Yeah, like they can only take on so many, right? Probably. Oh yeah, she had her injury that was still there from before the reset, which is also why it's like, what will happen if she dies? Like, she's obviously not recovering properly from those injuries. Look at Soul coming through, though. I'm worried about them leaving, so. She has a point. He has a point. I don't really know how to deal with the differing personalities. So they know about the nest in a way. Why didn't we warn Shinpei? I get that he's kind of new to the whole collaboration thing, but I mean, they probably didn't think he would find it. Because he didn't think he would find it. So if you can get through to it through like the sewers and stuff, then that explains kind of how they're moving around in the city. But I still think there has to be something that's specific about the clinic though, because it had the statue, it had the key to like a specific entrance, which is very suspicious. And it's all the way out. Like it's one thing to be in the sewer system in like the main part of the city. It's another for it to be that far out of like the main hub of where everyone is. And then you have this specific entrance to get there. So many secrets that everybody's hiding in this town. I feel like everyone kind of knows something. I'm in like the suspicious realm where I'm like, I feel like all the adults know something. I was thinking about that, how they like left Mio. So she like doesn't know what's going on. Yeah, because she like sort of knows what's going on, but she's not like filled in this time loop. Gosh, I'm worried about her meeting her shadow. Because hers is intense, to say the least. No. I don't know whether to trust anyone. Like, this cop has been a shadow before. Definitely do not follow the creepy child that only you can see. I don't know, like, I don't watch a lot of scary movies, but I feel like following the creepy child is a bad move. Even though she ain't lying. But it is your job to protect. Mm? You save a child? You'd be a hero. Yeah, he's like, this is because it's the right thing to do. It has absolutely nothing to do with bragging rights. Wow, look at this place with all the plant. I know I'm getting distracted by the plants, and that's really not what the focus should be, but yeah, I was like, why is there all the coral? I get like it might have been submerged at some point, but oh, that's terrifying. Is the water shadow? Like, suspicious of everything. And you don't know what's ahead. Okay. Uh, does she have to copy a different body then? Which probably will not go over well with Shinpei. Yeah. Um, hello? Is it just a shadow that looks like her? Or is she somehow connected? Because Soul's family is suspicious. And the shadows aren't attacking her. See, secret tunnels because of like army activity makes more sense for it to be away from the city. It's funny you should say that. Ooh, so he knows about it. Oh, so that's kind of the guardian of this specific island. Interesting. Make more sense that they would have like a statue to a deity that's the protection of their island. Well, now don't make a fool of yourself. It's a good question. Definitely don't go after the creepy child in the sewers. It's like they don't even listen to me. They have a way forward now, though. Yes, good question. She had a weird moment in the last episode too when she was talking to Mio. Whether or not it was a shadow or actually her, though, was a good question. Yeah, it was like we got a shot of her shadow, which is usually how we figure out who's a shadow and who isn't. So she's not? But you seemed so sweet. Ugh. Like I've said, never trust somebody with their eyes closed. Their food. I'm nervous that we're not seeing who the person who's helping him is. But they're probably important. Didn't she get attacked, though, at the festival? So clearly she doesn't have, like, that good of a standing with the shadows. I'm trying to remember now. Didn't everyone get attacked? It's odd that So doesn't seem to know what's going on, though. Like, he's never been looped into what's going on. Me neither. Ooh, that struck a nerve. Oof. Find it interesting that she said that you were chosen by their dad. Like, almost as if it wasn't something that she wanted to be part of, that she was kind of roped into. Mm. Yep. Uh-oh. Oh, is that the one that killed her brother? Oh, 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 oh. I don't like the whole being hungry and being fed thing that's currently going on. Yeah. Plus, every time he loops, he doesn't go back as far, so. Oh, was that why she, like, wanted reassurance that Mio wouldn't be disappointed in her? I feel like she's been forced into this. Like, she felt like she couldn't choose because her father chose for her. Oh, hello again. See, that's so creepy too. I have so many questions, which seems to be the thing that happens at the end of these episodes, but it seems like Soul's family is more wrapped up into this, and I wonder if it's like a generational thing, right? Like it's a thing that's been passed down through the family, through at least one of the children, because we're having Toki who like obviously doesn't want to be in this. I feel like she doesn't. I don't want to say obviously because maybe there's something that I don't get, but she seems to be keeping her composure while being against what's happening. She feels like she can't escape it. She can't do something else because she was chosen. And she said to Soul, like, you don't understand, dad didn't choose you, so you don't get it. And it's that whole like choose you that I think of, like, she didn't choose this. It wasn't something that she stumbled into. It was something that was given to her. Like, it was something that she had to deal with. So I wonder if it's a generational thing throughout the years. Someone has been in charge of feeding this Hiroku that is the guardian of this island, and if there's something behind that. I wonder how interwoven it is with the shadows, like if it's somehow controlling the shadows, if it's preventing them from like attacking people because they feed it, so that's like a way of getting around the shadows killing everyone on the island, or if it's keeping them at bay in some way. What terms the shadows are connected, right? Is it the shadows are immediately under this god, this deity that is there, or if they're against, what the dynamic is. But it looks like they're probably interconnected, working on the same side kind of way, because we have Mother here. I have so many questions about like the mythology, I guess, of the island and what's going on, and we got some more of the dynamics, like the history behind these shadows, and learning more about how they have these memories, right? And we know that they copy those when they copy people, but it's different when you see someone with a specific person they're copying and they have the memories of that person so they can like impersonate them. And it's another thing when they're just using those memories as like a weapon to manipulate people and to get under their nerves and things like that. Yeah, I have so many things that I feel like we're so close. I really get what Ushio was saying with how Shinpei doesn't want to loop yet because he's so close to figuring something out, and we're getting to the halfway mark of the season. So I definitely feel like we're going to be figuring some things out that really shake things up as we get into the second half, because I feel like we need to get something, right? Like something's going to happen at that halfway mark to set up the rest of what the season is going to be. It's going to kind of flip things on its head, but I feel like there's so much history of the shadows on this island and so much mythos around them and why they're here and how it works, and we're just kind of getting the tip of the iceberg with how it actually functions and how the people kind of coexist on this island. So I feel like I'm going to be thinking about a lot of things from this episode, which is usually how it goes. But you can click this playlist to go and see my previous reactions, or you can subscribe so you miss next time I post a summertime rendering reaction, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!